Well, today is a Polaris day. Awesome. So, as you can see, we got the transmission of the Polaris somewhat built. Just gotta finish putting the case on and a few other little oddball stuff. But anyway, so today is Saturday. I almost just said Sunday, but it's not Sunday, it's Saturday. So don't be saying Sunday. For those who are new to the channel, right now every weekend we do a little bit of work on my Polaris Scrambler. I bought it about 2-3 weeks ago, and basically it was just a rolling chassis. Last weekend there we rebuilt the engine, we transplanted the engine into the chassis, fixed some of the wiring and cables. This weekend is to get the transmission obviously back together. Obviously it just about is. We're going to get the rolling chassis with the motor on it. We're going to bring that back in here. We're going to put the secondary and primary clutch on the motor and on the chain case today. That thing that's behind me. You can call it transmission, chain case, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, so we're going to get the transmission into the chassis, then we're going to put the clutches on the belt, and a few other little oddball stuff. Most of my Polaris parts came in the other day. I got them all right here. Oh, it's battery charger things, and oh yeah, they sent me so many extra parts that it's ridiculous. So yeah, what the hell is this thing for? Oh yeah, that's the air filter thing. Couldn't quite figure what I ordered these for. I know they're bushings, but I forget what they're bushings for what though. So I'll have to look it up maybe on eBay or Google just so I could remember what these are for. I thought these are for the chain case, but they weren't, because I only needed the one gasket O-ring that goes like something like that on this side. I already replaced it. Look, you can tell, a new one. So I gotta figure out what these are for. They gotta be something. I wouldn't have just ordered them, but you know, Polaris parts. Probably do the brake pads this weekend. Hopefully the goal is to get all the hoses plumbed in on the coolant size, get the engine running this weekend, get it actually driving this weekend. That'd be pretty good. Either tomorrow. Oh, I love it when your camera runs out of battery. But yeah, so we'll get to that in a minute too. So yeah, either Monday, either tomorrow or Monday, I gotta go up to a place. So I gotta pick up a couple of fenders and a hood piece for this Scrambler. Because I hate the color of the fenders and the hood. So I'm just going to replace them. The guy says they're in pretty nice shape, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Ooh, sorry, I got the burps. Slash hiccups. Take a look at what's in the chain case. That was clean. Pretty grimy. So I flushed that out last night with a brake cleaner before I assembled everything. Same thing with the gears, the bearings, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's what we got going on there. One of the things I'm going to touch up on is, well, actually we got two things we're going to touch up on. The not the Polaris signs, the steel signs. I'm going to be listening to those tomorrow night around, I think maybe 8 o'clock. So they'll be up in the description. One of them will be listed on eBay for auction, and it's basically whoever wins it, all of them, you know, obviously they'll get the sign, all the, whatever I get for the money will go to the One Fun Boston deal, but I gotta figure out a way how to ship them still. Kind of long. I might chop that end off just to make it even up there, because I just don't want these things breaking in the mail, because I know for a fact if you bend them, they're just gonna snap, so I don't want that happening. But yeah, and this camera we're using, the Sony. Well, I was looking at some new batteries for this thing, and I'm not getting new batteries, these cheap Chinese ones that just don't last. These are the ones that keep dying on me, so I was like, oh, alright, you know what? I can't find my damn good Sony batteries, so I'll order up another Sony battery. Well, a new Sony battery is $50 basically, all said and done. And then I started remembering that it's all coming back to me. I was like, I can't stick my SD card into the new Mac because it doesn't have an SD card reader thing. It just has the USB ports. So, I also have to get a charger, or at least a USB cord for this camera. I have no clue where the USB cord is for this thing. So that was another $10. Basically, all said and done, buying the stuff from Sony. Well, actually, I don't even know how much the cord was. I think the cord was more. I think it was like 20 bucks. Because I want a real Sony one. So we'll say 70 bucks, basically, in parts just to fix this camera. You know, sounds like we're fixing a lawnmower, but we ain't fixing a lawnmower, we're fixing a fucking camera that's on its way out the door anyway. So basically, for the extra 30 bucks, I can go buy a really nice Sony. It's a refurb, but if I buy the 2-year warranty on it for Geek Squad, it's I think it's like 12 bucks. Can't really beat that. So I think I'm actually going to buy a new camera, guys. It's a Sony. It's pretty good. It's actually made for videoing and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty good. We'll just have to wait and see. I think I'm going to order it up tonight. It seems like a pretty good deal. It's like 100 bucks. Another 12 bucks with the warranty, and we should have it in by Thursday, I think it said. So I think I'm going to order that up. Seems like a pretty good deal. It'd be less cost effective to try and fix this camera when all I got to do is just go buy a new one, even though it's a refurb, but whatever, 100 bucks, you know. I paid $200 for this camera, and all those cameras now were only worth, you can buy this camera in the store for like 100 bucks these days, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work on here. We're going to throw the chain case cover on and make some gasket material up, and we'll be golden. Looking pretty good, guys. Alright, well, I got the gearbox all assembled now. Took a little bit to get the new pulley on, but it's on. I mean, not the pulley, but the sprocket. Looks pretty good. Here's the old one right here. The insides were just all stripped out. I figured I might as well buy new. We needed it. But I got it all assembled, got the brackets on, got all the washers and stuff on, so looking pretty good. I'm actually just getting ready to do a little bit of dirt there. I know, it's a quad and I'm worried about dirt, but I'm a clean freak when it comes to this shit. I already, as you can tell, I gave her a good bath. So, a little bit of gunk in the bin there, and a little bit of scrubbing, came out pretty clean. But now I'm just trying to figure out on how I'm going to get that into this. This right here is the frame, and I just don't remember really how to put it in there, because last time I didn't have the motor in there, and I kind of sort of had this feeling. I was hoping I wasn't going to run into this problem. Hey, look at that, there's the piston. Fucking junk. So I was going to figure out how I'm going to go in with it. I know it's going to go in on this side because this is the side I took it out on. And, yeah, it's going to take a little bit, I can tell you that, but we'll figure it out. I think I'll fire up. Nope, ain't going to fire. Son of a bitch. There's fucking nothing even in it. I don't even have any of the wires really hooked up much. But okay, they did send it. I didn't think I saw the spark plug there for a minute, but they sent it. I got it. That's pretty good. But yeah, hoping those brakes work. I was a little bit concerned on this. It just didn't seem right. But I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But everything's going together pretty good. I got the new knob. That's the cap there. I mean, I don't really need to replace it, but I just need the capper because this piece here is all stripped out, missing. And I got new steering bushings because it did have a little bit of play in it, as you can tell. So I figured, why not? Hose clamps, battery cables, tie down pieces, screws, lock washers, pads. I tell you what, these pads, I swear to God, when I first looked, I'm like, oh shit, what did I gotta do? Gotta glue the fucking things on? No, they're on. It's just matching color. You would have never thought. I wonder what this piece is for. Must be a spacer or something. Oh yeah, probably the spacer that goes in the middle. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get this transmission in and bolt it up. Awesome. Alright, so, yeah, by the way, I already know I got the tires on backwards. It's the way I bought it. Anyway, so, yeah, I just realized something. I'm over here, actually just got done putting the chain case in. That actually went a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I think it took more time to get it out than it did to get it in, and I think the motor took the worst just to try and align everything. But I just realized something. I didn't order a belt. I have the belt that the guy gave me, but I was going to order a spare one just in case, you know, when I'm on the trail or something like that, I'd blow up. So I'm digging through the box, into the box, I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck? They didn't send me a belt or something. Nope, I forgot to order it. Stupid me. So, yeah, I guess I gotta order a belt later on tonight or something. But I got the, gearbox in. Everything's looking pretty good. Moving pretty good, coming along pretty nice. I'm actually going to finish assembling a few of the linkages here and there. Work a little bit here or there. Then I'm going to install the clutch. I gotta figure where I'm going to mount this cable to. I think it goes right up to the frame here. Probably just cable tied up and in. But I'm going to mount the clutches up next. I got to finish building the clutch that's in the box. I never really finished it. I got two springs I noticed with this clutch here. I'll show you. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to use. There's this black one that's on there. That's a real Polaris one. And then there's this red one. Now I typed in all springs. I usually will have a part number on it. So I typed in the part number here. And it turns out this is a spring for an Articat Z440. How ironic is that? The only thing I noticed that was different is this spring here is more thicker than that spring, and this spring here has more coils, I guess we could call it, than that spring. So I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to use that one that's on there. Just go with it. Even though it does fit. It fits perfect. But I think I'm just going to use that one. Go with it. And if worse comes to worse, I can always change it out to something. But rebuilding a clutch is actually pretty easy. I watched a few videos and stuff like that on it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll redo the clutch on my my Sabercat, my Articat Sabercat. And put that Speedworks Hypershift clutch kit on it. That would make it fucking hum. But then again, you know, well, yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to finish buttoning up this guy, and then we'll start throwing some clutches on. Maybe I'll make it move today. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Alright, well, the moment of truth has come. Time to find out if this thing will fire up. I got the can and, well, it's not really a can. This thing's just a muffler compared to a snowmobile, but I got the muffler and the pipe on. Did the clutch. Looking pretty good. I figure before I go any farther, I should probably go fire it up, test it, make sure everything runs. I didn't have too much coolant, so I'm not going to run it for probably more than a minute. Just enough to just to give her, make sure everything's, you know, functioning, and then I can continue on doing what I'm doing. Like I got the clutch cover to put on. Having a little problem. This piece here must have got warped or something when it was sitting in the guy's bin, and I'm just trying to right now unbend. I got a cable tie up and a couple wires just to try and bend it. I might actually have to heat it, so I'll have to wait and see. I saw that in the bin when I first got it. I was like, oh, but I'm sure I'll be all set. So we're going to try and fire her up, see how she runs. No guarantee it'll fire up on first pull, but I'll have to wait and see. I got to use this because I still haven't figured out this setup yet. There's clearly something going on. It's obviously missing the screw piece there, so I'll have to figure something out. Maybe just drill a hole and thread a bolt in. I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. But I got the shifter on. Ooh, is that hitting the pipe? No? Wow, it just clears the pipe. Yeah. And there's a couple other things, so there's actually a lot more to do, but this is just a test. Try and fire it up. Threw some oil in the gas tank along with the oil in there. So we're going to try and fire up. Set her down. Put you guys right about here. Yeah, that'll work. Battery about to die. No, I got 2 freaking bars left. That means you guys get like 3 minutes. Okay, switches. That's good. Where's the key? I can't find the key. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Alright, that's on. Probably choke it. Just make sure that doesn't lose it. Alright, see here. I wonder if it needs a battery. I wouldn't think it would need the battery just yet. That there, make sure we both set there. Doesn't seem like it's getting gas. Something just ain't right, I tell you. There's gotta be something up here. Strange. Wonder if this thing's not getting spark. Get that. I think we're going to test her for some spark next. Because I ain't going to keep pulling this thing over. This thing's got a lot of compression. Holy. Alright, well, this is kind of still a little bit disappointing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is. I'm not getting any spark. I've looked over a bunch of the sources. I called up a Polaris dealer asking if I need to have a battery hooked up on it to make it run, and he said no, you shouldn't need a battery. So I don't know, I'm not getting spark somewhere. I crimped this wire up earlier because it was cut. Obviously I fixed it. I'm thinking maybe that was cut for a reason. I don't know, I'll have to try and uncut it, see what happened, and take it from there. Could just be that. I mean, other than that, that's about it. I'll have to, if I can't figure it out, I'll have to figure out what's going, if it's this little guy right here, or if it's that, and I'm hoping it's not the stator, because stators fucking suck. Fucking electrical problems. That's all I had this winter between my my old Zero T800 triple. Fucking, that was just a wiring disaster. Fucking took out the whole stator. And then when I went away on vacation, my sled broke. The Sabercat, fucking the coil went out. Not the coil, but just the the coil basically went on that. That was a nice little $200 a day right there. Fucking sucks. And then they have it on a Polaris. What the deal? What's the deal? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I think I'm going to get some lunch and we'll come back to you in a little bit here. Alright, so I've been doing quite a few tests on this thing, trying to figure what the deal is. It's definitely the coil here. It is not getting a spot of spark. Checked over a lot of the wiring. I found this one wire up here. It seems like it was just taped together. I just caught it at the corner of my eye, but that wasn't the problem. Looked over a few more things, ran a couple tests with the voltmeter. I hooked it up to the battery. Still nothing. Another thing I noticed is when I had it hooked up to the battery that the switch up here ain't working for the, even though it's for the overdrive, it's supposed to also be used for the starter. I engaged the starter, just, you know, screwdriver to the screwdriver type deal, but something's obviously up in here, so eventually we'll have to figure this out. But I don't know what the deal is with the no spark issue. I unplugged the upper wires up here, thinking, you know, you can do it that way, but that wasn't the issue. So it's basically come down to either this little guy right here or this guy right here. Most likely it's not this. These things hardly ever go, so it's probably going to be this guy. But whatever. Yeah, I think I'm just going to finish up a few more things, odds and ends on it tonight, and we're going to call it a day. It's 4:30 right now, so I'm actually going to go up to the Walmart. I got to get that battery for that thing because the new owner is on the way tomorrow, and I want to put a higher cranking amp in this thing. Yeah, I think it's just too small, the 230. So I'm going to put like a 275, maybe 300 cranking amp in it. Should give it the little kick I'm looking for. And that's about it. I'm going to jack it up tonight. I just want to bang that one little piece of metal underneath the deck over. And that's it for that. So I think we're going to end the video here. Just because there's really nothing else to video. I'll probably, you know, just throw the clutch cover on and stuff like that. Just some small stuff. Maybe the chain. But that's about it. Maybe Monday, probably shoot to that guy's house. Maybe he even has a coil for this thing. That'd be awesome if he had one. He says he's or used to be a Polaris dealer, and he used to do a bunch of Polaris Magnum and the Sportsmans and the Scramblers. And he's got a shitload of parts, so I'm sure he's got one of those. Maybe he can hook me up. That'd be awesome. But anyway, enough talking. I'm off to Walmart. Oh yeah, fun day. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Tomorrow night I'll be posting those guys up on the eBay. So in tomorrow's video I will be posting the link in the description. So if you want, place a bid on it. It'll be up tomorrow. So anyway, enough talking. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully you guys all have a good day. See ya.